You are tuning in to the Goldylocks Productions presentation of a magical journey show with Rev. Bryan Rawls. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
How is everyone doing today? And it is now, it's May Day today, May 1st of 2019. Not technically quite Beltane just yet, but it's Beltane, or soon to be Beltane. And so we have some very interesting energies getting ready to step forward for the day. We have actually, obviously we have May Day today, and then we also have the energy of the full moon coming into 15 degrees Taurus. So that is actually that is the technical Beltane. Is when the full moon is at 15 degrees Taurus, or when the moon is at 15 degrees Taurus, to be scientific. But obviously, Beltane is May 1st. Around May 1st. So, hello, Jolie. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, everyone that is joining me. Thank you for joining me this evening. Thank you, Robin, for joining me this evening. So we do have a very interesting show for everyone this evening, and I'm going over basically normal Beltane traditions, or my Beltane traditions. Hello, Linda. Hello, Kirsten. Hello, Nicole. Nicole, you're new here. I want to thank everyone for joining me this evening. So, actually, Beltane is a Celtic holiday. It is basically when the Beltane fires are lit, and also around the maypole the females go, which the females dance around the maypole to as a fertility rite, and a lot of hand fasting ceremonies go on today. It's just a very interesting. It's interesting and very thick with history. So everyone in some traditions, everyone particularly works within this day as a day that is in between times, meaning that the threshold, the threshold is getting very thin between this world and their world, basically, or the spirit world. The energies are getting very thin because we're getting ready to approach midsummer, and so Beltane, and then obviously Beltane, and then you get closer into midsummer. So those two particular times are when the veil gets very, very thin, and is basically when things get very interesting. We also have in 12 days, we also have the Mother's Day, and then we also have the energy of Pleiadian lineup in 15 days. So May is very, very busy, and there's already so much energy going on right now that it's not even funny, and a lot of things are taking place that a lot of people aren't even sure of what's really going on, and energetically energetically, it's all about basically coming into our power and really stepping forth into the existence of who we really are as a spirit. So I am going to be taking phone callers this evening, but I wanted to kind of give everyone a chance to call in. For folks that would like to call in and speak to me and ask a question, or you can ask a question in the live comments. I will take your phone calls and take your comments in the comment section. For folks that would like to call in, is 323-870-3791. Again, that call-in number is area code 323-870-3791. So now back to Beltane. So Beltane is also, well, obviously Beltane's a fertility religion, or a fertility rite, or a fertility holiday, and is when things become very fertile. You like to think about the bell fires, the sun coming back out, heating things up, making things grow again. Also, very fertile ideas in our mind are coming into play here. So it's not just fertility as in the sex way and creating babies, but it's fertile as in our mind creating interesting thoughts and bringing these into our reality. And as you do this, it's a good way of manifestation. All right, so you can manifest great things on Beltane. I know this evening I will be doing some Beltane traditions and Beltane ritual. I actually start at in between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, depends on how long it takes me to get my altar ready, because I am a little dragging from the energies this evening. So anywhere from 9:30 to midnight, I will be going into ritual. And anyone that would like to join me in spirit is more than welcome. So another thing that's so interesting about Beltane is a lot of people get married on Beltane. And I don't know if you are familiar with the hand fasting ceremony, but it's when basically, hand fasting is similar to a wedding. The only thing different is they trade vows and stuff, but they also bind their hands. That kind of looks like with a Beltane cord. Now I don't have a hand fasting cord on me, but a hand fasting cord would be kind of like a rope, but not necessarily a rope, but it would be a colorful ribbon that kind of looks like this, and it would. And yes, this is a phone cord, so I apologize, but it would be to tie their hands together to create kind of like a tying up, or a unity of souls. So it's just very interesting to research the Beltane traditions, as well as also the hand fasting traditions as well. There's many types of hand fasting or hand fasting ways. I know that I am able to basically marry people in those particular that particular fashion. I have done one hand fasting ceremony, but that was my one and only hand fasting ceremonies. I do plan to do more, but they're very interesting how they go. Another thing that is rather interesting about Beltane is the fairies the fairies, the elementals, they begin to start making their way back into our reality due to the energies of winter getting ready to close up, and while the energies of winter closing up, spring taking place, and also the energies of midsummer getting close. So for all of you folks that are rather interested in the elemental energies, please check out your local legends about the fairies, and also remind yourself to include them in your energy, as well as also calling them into play here. Okay, so another thing that that I would like to also mention is the energy of the full moon. The energy of the full moon is May 4th. Okay, May 4th is 15 degrees Taurus, and with it being in Taurus, it's about wealth, abundance, prosperity, bringing in a load of abundance, not even in the monetary way, but abundance in health, abundance in success, just being very prosperous. So when a lot of people think about prosperity, they automatically think money. So you don't always want to look at it in a sense of money. Okay. But I know a lot of folks will automatically go to money once the person mentions prosperity. Another good, interesting thing that happens on the month or in the full moon of May is also Buddha's birthday. It's also called Wesak, Wesak. And it's when the Ascended Masters are very prevalent or very straightforward in our realm. Okay, so a lot of folks will incorporate Ascended Masters in their workings, and will bring the Ascended Masters into into their prayers and whatnot. So it's just very interesting that there's so many things that happens in the month of May. Now, also, if for folks that have signed up for my Beltane transmission and also my full moon, all of you will receive my Beltane transmission by May 2nd at noon, and then we'll receive my full moon transmission by May 5th at noon, and that is Cinco de Mayo. So if you are interested in signing up for the Beltane transmission or the full moon transmission, please go to www.bryanrawls.com to sign up, and you can send in your participation fee, and then you will send in your one petition for the energy of Beltane, which the petition gets placed on the altar, and then basically I present it to the goddess or present it to the divine feminine, and the petitions get read out loud, and I try to have people only limit it to one petition per person. So please note that, and also you can find out about information on my blog page for that. That is www.bryanrawls.com, BRYANRAWLS.com. And so I'm getting ready to go to the comment feed and also the live phone callers. I started with the comment feed last radio show, so I'm going to start with live comment section this time as well. And then we'll get back to talking about the interesting information about the Pleiadian lineup, because the Pleiadian lineup is going to be extremely powerful and may even knock a couple of y'all socks off. So you just need to be ready for the Pleiadian lineup, especially in 2019 or this year, because they are opening up a portal of energy that is very critical for our spiritual growth, as well as also our enhancement in spiritual mastery. So it's very critical that for folks, when I do send out that email, that it is very critical for you all to participate in that as well. So I will make it affordable, and it will be posted on my blog as well. So I am going to go to the first question on my live comment feed, and then I'm going to go straight to the phone line. And if you have questions or anything, please place them in the comment area, or you can call in at 323-870-3791, and you will need to press 1 to be able to ask your question live on air with me. Okay? So let's see. I think my first question is Jolie. I would like to know what my guides say is in store for me in May of 2019. Okay, so let's see here. And we're going to connect to the Essence of Spirit at 369. Open up the left hemisphere of the brain at 124875. And then we're going to open up the right hemisphere of the brain at 142857. Okay. So Jolie, it seems as if there's some there's some employment energies getting ready to pop in May, as well as also some energies of possibly some form of meeting someone that is rather rather interesting to make of a friendship for you, that may lead into something more serious in the long run. So you really need to be aware of this, as well as also note this, that this person's coming in, and employment is coming in as well. But employment seems as if it's going to come in first, and then this particular person will come in right directly after the employment. And also I keep on hearing affirmations being repeated. Okay, so what sounds like affirmations, this could be chanting, but it sounds more along the lines of affirmations. So I will say that you're definitely trying to manifest this into your reality. I will tell you that that you need to definitely bring this into into the forefront of your prayers, and also ask for clarity with them leading you in the right direction for this employment, as well as also for this meeting of I'm going to call it a friend first, because it seems as if it is friendship first, and then begins to correlate into something around, I'm seeing June, July. So it seems as if things will go rather slow at first, but I do feel as if it gets rather interesting in the energy of just the friends at first. So you may want to go ahead and start asking for them to lead you where it is that you need to go. Okay, Jolie? So I hope that helped you. And if you would like to purchase a more in-depth reading, you can go to www.amagicaljourney.com. And that is AMAGICKALJOURNEY.com. Or you can also go to my blog at www.bryanrawls.com. Or you can also go to, or you can also call me on my office phone at 586-659-9620. And also, Jolie, I wanted to let everyone know as well that I do have a special going on from May 1st through through Sunday at 11:59 p.m. that a 30-minute session is an hour. All right, and that is only for a 30-minute session. It doesn't mean that you can purchase an hour for $100. All right, so it's only good for 30-minute readings. Okay, so that particular pricing is only good for 30-minute readings. Okay, now let's go to the phone lines and let's see who is up first. Okay, so Bryn, 212, first name in question.
Hi.
Hello, Bryn, how are you?
Hi, I have not had a good day. Something really stupid and not good for myself. A couple days previous to today, I was out there like a worksheet reading art show, and we had that there, the nice guy, artist, speaker, and he was selling these edibles, like the edibles in terms of tasty and has some of the CBD in it, Gypsy. So anyway, nothing was refrigerated for a couple of days, and today I tried out. I've never done this before. I don't smoke pot, I don't have anything else. So I was curious about it. Very muscle.
Oh my.
And what happened was, at first, I didn't feel anything for maybe about 10 minutes. Then all of a sudden, bang. It became a problem from 8 a.m. in the morning this morning to 6 p.m. I was in the hospital because I had a terrible high. It was very pleasant. And my mother still was unable to really keep on my feet. My sister luckily was here and I called 911.
Okay.
Get to the point anyway. I want to know, since this happened, I'm feeling a lot of guilt when I was coming out of it. Like, oh my God, I'm here in an important cycle in my life where I'm upon change, and I think in the real life term of things, today I lost a good job that had a lot of money because it happened that I created. So I want to know if what happened really set me back in a lot of ways.
Okay, so let me tell you with how the energy of CBD works. Okay, now Now I know you feel guilty for this, but the damage is already done. Okay, you can't take it back. It's done and over with. There's no pressing the rewind button, because I know if there was a rewind button, I know a lot of us would press that rewind button and go back on some pretty exhausting sugar honey iced tea stuff that we have done. And that is just a nice way of putting it, of crap. Okay, so I will tell you that as with the THC and the THC amount, with the amount, it probably blew open your crown chakra and probably flooded in a lot of energies that were just way too much for you. And I will tell you, you want to be very, very careful with things that you're not familiar with. And so what I will also tell you is that it did not set you back in a spiritual way. Okay, it may have blown things open to where you may have a little bit of time fixing the crown chakra, but it did not set you back. Okay, because what it basically done is it brought in a lot of energy in through your crown. Okay, what it really has done is it has basically fast forwarded a lot of your codes. Okay, a lot of the codes that were coming in through your crown. All right, it pressed the fast forward button. All right, and made that sickening feeling going on in your stomach. One of the ways that you can get over the guilt for feeling like you messed up your career or messed up a part of your life that has to do with your career is we can lift some of this guilt out with light language. So I want you to take a deep breath in.
Okay.
And I want you to just relax into your space.
Okay.
And we're going to call in the light of the Pisces constellation to ground Bryan out. 5 miles down, 5 miles out. And take a deep breath in. And we're going to break any oaths, vows, contracts, commitments, obligations, limitations. Around feeling that you messed up, or feeling like you have messed up the flow of your life, or feeling like you have set yourself back. Removing all of those energies, sending it to the great central sun to be repolarized for the good of all humanity, never to return again. I bind the cause, the cord, the record, the effect. Through all timelines, Esiatare etu urakanayastos, Vitara atakiate elaso. Dimensions, Esiatare enero up undereva. Parallel realities and parallel dimensions. Esi aturo undere aqua atapatsin eshaturo orokitere. And through all on and off planet existences. Esetere etaki. And take a deep breath in. And repairing all holes and tears in the crown chakra. And call in the energies of the seraphim angels to heal the blown open chakra of the crown. Eliriare indere superamakai. Elahimare eteresiat. Butala shananabe etku. Resendro okusa anasi. And deep breath in. And we call in the light of the Ophiuchus constellation to integrate this energy into the central nervous system of Bryn for its highest and best, most possible good and most benevolent outcome. We open up his stargates to the Syrian, Pleiadian, Orion, Aldebaran, and Antarian stargates, clearing, reconnecting, and healing. And reconnecting you to the essence of spirit at 369. Connecting you to your left brain hemisphere at 124,875. Reconnecting you to the right hemisphere of the brain at 142,857. Ederesatro ore ndrobokwa kianai. Ora estasun. And deep breath in. Okay, and just breathe. Okay, now you will want to drink lots of water, and in the meantime, you're also going to want to basically stay away from the edibles and also THC.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do that again.
Okay, and if you do want to do CBD, get the CBD without the THC.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Because, well, if you're going to be curious again, get the low THC percentage because the THC is percentile out to where folks that normally don't do it can get it at a low dose, and then the folks that are like potheads or like stoners can get it at a very high percentage. All right, so you want the very low percentage or the baby percentage. Okay, so that would be.
What happened actually accelerated something?
Yes, what it done was it blowed open the crown chakra and flooded in basically flooded in a lot of energy to press your codes in a fast forward motion, basically processing your codes faster for you. It's almost like, say, for instance, if someone would say, I command to integrate every amount of energy that I have received over the last 10 years into my body now, right now. And it would be like that. Okay. And yes, so you never want to basically rush anything, because if you rush things, what will happen is you will totally rush your body into basically processing the information. Okay, and that's something that is so not cool. All right, you definitely want to do it in a very slow motion type way. Okay, so always ask for ease and grace. All right, and in your case, just don't do THC.
No.
Okay. So, Bryn, if the one thing I will also tell you, if you continue to feel bad over the course of the next 2 to 3 days, you may want to purchase a session with me. But the only thing that I saw was the blown open crown chakra. But I will tell you that you did take enough THC to where you will probably detox a little bit. And the detoxing happens to be too harsh on your system, let me know, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
You have a wonderful day.
Thanks for your time.
You're welcome very much. Okay, folks. So, and advice to everyone that that has taken CBD products and also have CBD products with the THC in it. Be careful. Or folks that that have the CBD products that can't handle THC. They have the CBD oil with no THC. Okay. So we are going to go to the live comments. And so my next live comment is Linda Sue Osmus. Do my guides have a message for me today? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so what your guides are saying, Linda, is that you need to find some you time. Okay, you need to find some you time and really get out of the constant motion of repetition with work. Okay, the mind is constantly working. All right. And what that means is that you don't give yourself enough time. Okay, so it is very important that you find something, that you find something that is going to help you kind of let loose. What they also say is Bernard is about ready to begin to start coming in and basically playing in your day. So they want you to go outside and they want you to enjoy Bernard's company underneath your tree. And obviously you know what I'm talking about with your tree. And they also say that you have certain things that can help you get outside of the box of your normal day-to-day routine. So they say for you to do so. Don't stay behind that computer all day. Don't stay on that with that phone to that ear all day. You need to take time out for yourself to reconnect yourself. It's time for you to take your butt back to 0 point energy. Okay, and 0 point energy is basically going back to almost like what you really need to find is you need to find a sensory deprivation chamber. Okay, that will take you back to point 0, where you have where your mind can shut off. Okay, because your mind is constantly going. Okay, and if your mind continues to go, you're going to process way too much and then not know that you are processing information or processing energy that is important for you. So you live in the Colorado area, so it will be very easy for you to find a sensory deprivation chamber, and it kind of looks like a little pod, and it's full of nothing but salt water. And what you do is obviously they'll ask you to climb in, ask you if you want to be in like a bathing suit, or there's some folks that go in there butt naked. It's all up to you on how you want to do it. but it basically they close the lid on you, and they'll give you something to put over your face because you don't want to get that highly concentrated salt water in your eyes, because it's almost like you being back in the womb of your mother. All right, and it'll be like you're floating on. It's almost like it's almost like floating in a sea, or in a sea full of salt. Okay, and it closes out all of your senses, and it basically turns your mind off. And hopefully you're not claustrophobic, because that would be because if you're claustrophobic, you will probably need to find probably like a sea salt cave or something, because that would be your next best bet. Okay, so I hope that helped you, Linda. And but yes, for real, just turn off your brain for a little bit. Not even if it's just 20 minutes. 20 minutes a day outside, or 20 minutes a day in a deprivation chamber. That would be perfect. Okay. So now let's see if we. Okay, so we're going to go back to the live comments. Okay, so we have Nicole Corito. Nicole Corito, are you still there? Any messages for me? Okay, any messages for me, Nicole Corito? Okay, so they're speaking about in the next, okay, so they're speaking about in the next 16 days, you are going to get ready to step forward with you're getting ready to step forward in some very interesting. You're getting ready to step forward in some very interesting codes that is going to begin almost like it's going to begin a whirlwind of change for your life. Okay, it's almost like it's going to basically bring in a new, almost like a newness for you. Almost like a something that you've been needing for quite some time now. I would say at least for the past 3 months, you've been kind of like almost like in a rut, or in a dull moment in your life, kind of waiting for what's next. And what they say is that this is the change that you have been asking for. And it seems as if it's going to be a physical change, as well as also a spiritual change. And it seems as if it correlates or has something to do with the Pleiadian lineup. All right. This is where I'm going to speak about the Pleiadian lineup in depth here for a little bit for you, because the Pleiadian lineup is a time in May and also in November, in between May 15th through like the 22nd, or May 17th through the 22nd, depending on how the energies line up. What it does is, this is when the Pleiadians come back and check on their quote unquote star seeds. Okay, and this brings in information, as well as also codes and upgrades and downloads to the human existence, or into our human evolutionary process, to begin to start changing our molecular and cellular structure, as well as our the way our DNA provides or the way our DNA receives information. So you're getting ready to go into almost like a spiritual reawakening or spiritual awakening or enhancement of awakening. Okay. They also say something about some form of change with career that is going to step forward. So I don't know exactly if that resonates with you, but that's what I received. If you would like a more in-depth session with me, you're more than welcome to go to www.bryanrawls.com or www.amagicaljourney.com. I do have that 30-minute session for $50 if you would like to take advantage of that. Please contact me either after the show at angelicguidance13@gmail.com, or you can also call the office at 586-659-9620, and we will book you for your reading. But thank you so much, Nicole, for coming in this evening to ask a question. Okay, so now the next person that we have. Okay, Linda Love, which is also Linda Card. Hey Brian, I think I figured it out. I felt out any messages from my guides for me. Lots of energy shifting. Let me see what Nicole said. Okay, you are very welcome, Nicole. Thank you. Okay, so Linda Card. What I'm seeing here for you, sweetie, is that there's that your guides are wanting you to remember to stay grounded in the body, and they also want you to make sure that you precisely give detail in what it is that you are wanting to go on, or what it is that you are asking for. They say be a little bit more specific, because the more specific that you are, the better that they can serve you. Okay, I don't know exactly what they're referring to, but they say be more specific, because this will get you greater results. All right, so it seems as if they are referring to something that you have either asked for, or something that you have either came into realizing, and then you petitioned for it. Okay, so be more specific. Okay, be more specific in things that you ask, as well as also your petitions. Okay, and I hope that helped you, Linda. And I'm glad that you are here on Facebook with us. Facebook world is a wonderful place. You just need to make sure that you don't get addicted to it. Okay? Okay, so, and Linda, you know how to contact me, obviously. So if you would like to contact me for anything, you know how to contact me, sweetie. You are very welcome. Okay, my next person, that Myla LaFranco. Would love a message from my guides. Okay. Okay, so Myla, they are speaking about emotions running high, also possibly feelings being hurt. I don't know exactly what they mean by this, but maybe that maybe you have gotten into into some form of an altercation with someone, that they're saying that the emotions have ran high, or something about emotions running high. They say for you to not necessarily let them raw emotions cloud the relationship that you've had with this person. And also they also say that you really need to be very open to what's what it is that they are trying to explain. So it seems as if they are explaining something, and either someone's explaining something, and either one of you is not seeing the point, or they're not seeing the point, and you're explaining something. But they are there's something here around raw emotions, and I hear a conversation going on, and one saying, "You don't understand what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm saying." So I don't know exactly what that means for you, Myla. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Yeah, Myla LaFranco. I don't know if you're still with me, Myla, but that's what I received for you, okay? And maybe you can take advantage of that special offer and receive a reading from me, or you can contact me and we can see what else we receive from that, okay? So the next person that I have, I must have real quick. Okay, Kirsten Jason, and this is my last question of the evening. Okay, because then I will need to do my closings. But do know that, folks, you can all take advantage of that special offer for a 30-minute session. Okay, Kirsten. So what I'm seeing about the energy of either you being on this right path of what you're pursuing, or making to make money, or is there anything your guides want you to know instead? Let's see here. Okay, so you have the right idea of the holistic approach. Okay, but it seems as if you don't have the whole. You don't have the whole in your hand. Okay, it's not. If you understand what I'm saying, Kirsten, because it almost feels like you don't have everything that you need in the palm of your hands. Okay, the holistic approach to the way that you're supposed to make money is correct. Okay, but you don't have the exact whole, or the exact, or everything that you need to pursue this making money thing correct. You don't have it all in your hand. Okay, there's more to it. Okay, there's more to it, and I feel as if the path needs to be shifted a little bit. Okay, so I know that you are getting ready to take a class with me, so we will shift that in this class, as well as also activate your starseed potential, because it coincides with your starseed itself. Okay, and believe me, it will all make sense in the end. Okay, so I hope I put it the best way possible for you, and I will be contacting you for no, Linda, you need to contact me to purchase that. You do need to make sure that you Kirsten, that I will be contacting you to book your orientation for that particular class. So make sure that you check your messages or check your email over the next day or two, because I will be giving you a time frame for that. And just know that it will be very fun and explorative class for you, okay? And it will really be a life-changing experience. So I encourage you that go ahead and set your intentions for the class, all right? And go ahead and have your intentions thought up, okay? Because the Starseed package is one of my well-known packages, and is very exciting. Okay, it's very exciting to do that particular package, and it's also one of my most sold packages that on my website. So I encourage you to go ahead and set those intentions and be expecting a message from me soon. Okay. So, and I'm glad that you're excited for to start your Starseed package. We will be starting soon, and I will also have you a list of things that you will need to get a hold of. And really, it's only one thing that you'll probably need to get a hold of, because you'll probably have all the other things at your fingertips. So just be aware that that I will be contacting you soon. Okay. So my folks, it is about that time for us to say goodbye. So it is 8:57 p.m. on May 1st of 2019. Thank you so very much for joining me this evening. I look forward to speaking to you next Wednesday evening on, let me make sure I get my times right, on May 8th, which will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same time, same place. And we will be doing basically the same thing, except for the whole understanding of there will be a new topic, and we'll be even closer to the Pleiadian lineup than what we had before. All right, so I want you all to have a wonderful day. I would like to thank each and every one of you for asking your questions and following me and being here live with me this evening. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Kirsten. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Jolie. Thank you, everyone that I forgot. Bren. Thank you. I would like to also thank Goldylocks Productions for producing the Magical Journey show. I would like to thank my producer, Tiffany White-Sagewood, for producing the Magical Journey show as well. Thank you. And much love to each and every one of you. Let angel wings guide your dreams. Blessed be, and namaste. Bye now.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.